out of shape on the way in, and that was a bit too much handbrake. Not often you get to see one of these go sideways on a rally. Very nicely taken. Today on Car Traction, the Volkswagen Fox Rally is very dirty, but that's alright because we're actually going to a rally. This is a rally with an E, we're going to a rally with no E. And we're going to Oulton Park today. Now the main sort of season for Oulton Park has ended. It was recently I've said rally about 5 times already. There was recently a rally event at Oulton on the main circuit, and it's pretty much done now, the main circuit. There are a few track days and there are a few other fun little events, such as some classic and historic rally cars passing through, not on the main circuit, but they'll be taken to the glass-lined skid pan, which is always really good fun. We have been to, I think, the Tour of Cheshire, a similar rally last year. And this time it's the Hero ERA are organising the Rally of the Tests. It's a rally that starts off around Lake Windermere, all through the lakes, and I think ends up around Llandudno. But one of the stop-off points is the rather slippery surface of the Oulton Park skid pan. So without any further ado, I don't think I'm allowed to take part in this because I haven't signed up or anything, but there will be some really nice old rally cars, all the usual Volvo Amazons, Ford Escorts, maybe a few oddball cars like Alpines and Alphas. We'll just have to see, I haven't seen the list, but let's get going and see some really cool historic rally cars on Oulton Park. And there's also a track day on as well, so there might be something interesting to see there as well. Well, here we are, everyone, at Oulton Park, and just before the rally cars come through, we're going to take a stroll around the paddock. There's a track day on, which means all sorts of road and race cars are allowed on the circuit. Look at that, properly sorted Mark 1 Escort time attack car. And what a cool daily car this is. Hop out of your V10 BMW M5 and hop into whatever race car you have, but what a cool V10 wagon. Sunbeam Talbot also venturing out onto the slippy circuit. The main circuit is a bit of a skid pan today, it's pretty wet out there. Okay, it's almost 11:30 when the event starts, and this looks like one of the competing cars. The first of the day to take to the Oulton Park skid pan. As I said, the main circuit's a bit of a skid pan because it's wet, but the skid pan, I'm saying skid pan a lot once again, is designed to be slippy, so it's going to be really treacherous out there. First few cars have made their way through, and you can really see how treacherous it is. As I mentioned, this is a glass-lined surface, the Oulton Park skid pan, which means extra slippy, and also there is some residual dampness this morning, and that combined with old tyres, rear-wheel drive cars, makes for a lot of good fun. Escorts are always a very popular choice. This one is properly sideways. That was quite cool, the arm out the window. I know it's so far away, but I just can't stop filming it. Look at it, it's constantly drifting. No, maybe not there. Looks like each car's getting 2 runs through the stage. Here comes the Mark 1 Cortina. It's got a better idea of the grip levels on the second run. That was good, a mid-drift gear change. Don't know if you saw that, but overcooked it on the handbrake there. Sounds like we got something else coming. This is the first run of this Lotus Cortina Mark 1. I'm sure there'll be a few thrills and spills today. Then once the car's done their 2 runs, a quick stop off to the Checkers Cafe at Oulton Park before heading on to presumably another one of the stages. It's Saturday today and there are stages throughout all of today and tomorrow. First front wheel drive car of the day, the Mark II Golf. Not as sideways but probably quite a bit quicker. That Lotus Elan Plus 2 went really well. Okay, there's something else behind me. What is it? It's the yellow RS2000 Escort. BMW 2002 on its second run. What a great looking car that is. Oh wow, I love the look of that. A Lancia Fulvia rally car, V4 front wheel drive. Really distinctive noise. We've seen a Porsche 356 come through, which was cool, and there are a couple of 911s now. Look at this car making its way through now, a gorgeous 1950s Alfa Romeo. Maybe a Giulietta, haven't looked at the entry list, but that looks lovely and very muddy as all the cars today here are. These 911s are always a bit playful. Another Volvo PV544. These seem to be very lively little cars. We haven't seen a Mini in a while, so there you go. That one is absolutely flying. Oh wow, a Mark II Jag. Escort here, this one will probably be sideways. Yep, it is. There's a Hillman Imp going around. It'll probably be here in a second. It's absolutely rapid. Here it is. Very nicely taken. That was brilliant. This corner is actually brilliant. There's loads of mud strewn all over, so it's so low grip. Look how slow the cars have to go around and then already oversteering. Another MGB Roadster. Let's see how this one will do. One of the most challenging corners of the course, this one. Lovely 105 series Alfa Romeo. What a great rally car that must be. Twin cam up front. Very treacherous round this corner. Look at that. Can't put any power down. Escort coming up. Probably going to be another sideways one. Yeah. Next car up, front wheel drive, the Saab 96. This one with a V4 engine. Oh, well held. There's so many Volvo Amazons competing today. This one was all out of shape on the way in, and that was a bit too much handbrake. Just no grip at all in this corner. Great looking cars, Amazons, aren't they? That one is being hotly pursued by this Sunbeam Talbot. Very twitchy car, these. Next up, an MGB GT, probably one of the most affordable ways to go quickly in one of these events. I can see myself doing something like this and something like that. There's an E30, probably 325i making its way up now. One of the most sideways cars of the day, I think. Although that was a bit of understeer. Transitional oversteer. Very nice. Yet another Volvo Amazon. These cars are great to see going round. Little bit of handbrake. Very nicely done. Wow, everyone, look at this. AC Aceca. Not often you get to see one of these go sideways on a rally. MGB GT V8, only V8 one. There's a couple of other MGBs. The B series cars, but very smoothly driven. But that would be a handful if it got out of shape with that engine up front. Looks like a 70s Opel of some description also making its way around. Is that an Opel? Yeah, Manta, there you go. Very common rally car when it comes to Sweden and Finland, but over here absolutely not, but quite a capable car. Right everyone, so that is pretty much all of the rallying action done. There are still a few cars going around which we might see, but we've pretty much seen everything that there is to see. And we're going to check out where all the cars are parking up together on the gravel car park just down here at Oulton, and they do look good all together. 911. I thought was going to be off, but he seems to have stopped it there. I'm sure he will be soon. And that was a very sideways car actually. But just behind it, a Porsche 356 as well. Look at that. Just swapped sides to be different to Dad. But yeah, that 911 was rather sideways, and the Sunbeam Tiger behind. Very challenging car to drive, that. Looks and sounds brilliant though. What a great car that is. Probably one of the more powerful cars here today. Gorgeous little Porsche 356. This sort of car is going really well too. And a 911 behind there as well. Some of the best cars actually. Probably the faster cars than 911s and various classic Porsches, but isn't that 356 just beautiful? Especially with mud all over it. This 911 looks proper. One of the foreign cars competing today. It's left-hand drive and you've got some type of foreign registration. As the Austin Cooper S goes, many of the cars will be going to wherever stage the next one is, but this, without a shadow of a doubt, car of the day. This awesome Hillman Imp, and the pilot was simply fantastic in this. Constantly sideways, but not the sort of sketchy sideways like sudden application of power, off the power brake, gather it all up and then get going. The sort of slides where it was on throttle, consistent slides, not backing off, just power sliding this car around the whole circuit. Without a doubt the best spectacle of the day, and if I had to pick a winner it would absolutely be this Hillman Imp, flying around at what sounds like 10,000 RPM, the little engine in the back of it. Just beautifully driven. One of the larger cars, the Jaguar Mark II 3.8, 220 brake horsepower. There goes one of many Ford Escorts, been to 2002, a couple of those here today. They look good little cars to drive, they look like they handle very nicely. Another left-hand drive Porsche 911 here. Ford Escort, this green one was quite sideways. The Volkswagen Golf. I didn't film this one going around actually because I was walking away, but very spirited driving, wow. And saying can be said for another latecomer, this Porsche 911 Targa, a late 1980s era car, but still very, very well driven, very enthusiastically driven. Back down here we got one of quite a few MGB GTs on the end here. If I had to pick a car, a beginner car, considering I've not done too much spirited off-road driving, then something like this MGB, Probably in this tune about 110, 120 brake horsepower, rear wheel drive obviously. Good sort of weight distribution, they handle really well these cars. I can also say that myself after about 16 years old ragging Grandad's one around Sainsbury's car park and seeing what happens when things like that happen at Volkswagen Golf. This Porsche 944 unfortunately had a bit of an incident with the tyre wall locked up the front, and when you lock the front there's no more steering and it just clipped the tyre wall, so looks like there is a bit of evidence there from that small mishap. And just beyond that is a car that has literally only just got here. I didn't manage to film this one going round, but I think I did actually get one clip of it. This thing sounded awesome. Triumph 2500 to the 2.5 Lucas PI injected inline 6-cylinder engine. Look at this car, absolutely coated in mud, but this had an awesome sound. Oh wow, there's classic car enthusiasts and there's classic rally car enthusiasts, and classic car enthusiasts are the sort of people who, if they see a speck of mud inside their rear arch, they might as well get out a toothbrush or something and clean it. And there's absolutely all the time. I've got all the time for keeping your car pristine, but I've also got all the time for absolutely coating the inside of your arches in mud when you're competing on a rally. That is just brilliant, and I'm sure it's the same on all the cars here today. They're all brilliantly filthy. The Volvo 242 two-door down there, and yeah, off goes that 944. Once again, just so much mud sprayed up and down the cars. This was a cool car to see going around as well, an MGB GT V8, very powerful car. Cars are scattered pretty much everywhere. Volvo Amazon, the 122S, this particular one, there's so many Amazons, probably the most common car of the day actually. It's great because I love Amazons. This is a PV544, a more sporting, you could say coupe variant, and a wonderful 1970s, very early 1970s Alfa Romeo GT1300 Junior, the 105 series Alfa Romeo with a few mods especially. Wonderfully driving car, really said to be a proper driver's car. Lots of tasty rally mods on that one, as with all of the cars here. The Saab V4 96, one of several early Cortinas. Back out another Amazon, a 121 this one. Got some of the Time Attack cars going past there. And this, I believe, is a Datsun 260Z. I think it's a 260. Covered in mud once again, but this made a wonderful noise. Pairing of red PV544 Volvos, really wayward cars actually. They were really quite sideways. Quite a few early Minis and various Minis Mark 2s and Mark 3s. This is a Mark 1 Austin Cooper S, the most desirable out of the lot arguably. The Sunbeam Talbot here. Interesting to see a non-Lotus one. If you know the Lotus is the tuned up one, then it's cool to see a relatively base spec one. There's also one of these going around on the Time Attack track day. This is cool with the roof rack with the tyres on, isn't it? Proper almost long distance rally spec with those tyres on this Mark 1 Austin Cooper Mini. One of the prettiest cars on the rally today, that Alfa Romeo Giulia or Giulietta, I'm not sure, Sprint 1600. Just an absolutely wonderful, proper Mille Miglia style, actually 1950s sporting car. Volvo Amazon, these are really tunable little cars, as are the Minis. This is a Mark II Cooper S. Absolutely covered in mud, as all the cars here are. Obviously today the stages has been on hard standing, mostly. I mean, there is a bit of mud that's sprayed around, but mostly been on hard standing. But a lot of these cars are going today and tomorrow onto some proper woodland, rutty and filthy stages, and they probably already have been on a couple by the looks of the mud sprayed up the side of them. Look at that Lancia Fulvia, stunning car, but there will be some proper hardcore off-roading at some point during the rally. It goes all over the UK. There you go, Windermere to Llandudno, RAC Rally 2025, organised by Hero ERA. Opel Manta GTE, what a great 70s colour scheme, and the Peugeot 309 GTI, and it was really cool to see this Alfa Romeo GT V6 going around. That's a Dutch registered car by the looks of it. And another Austin Cooper S, another Mark 1 there. A-Series rumbling away, making a great noise, and I was really surprised to see this car, because this is a £110,000 car, potentially even more, but AC Aceca, just look at it, and this is usually the sort of car, you know, absolutely pristine, only comes out on sunny days, you know, but I mean, this is just brilliant, isn't it? Look at that, for some proper mud. on this AC Aceca. Those gorgeous painted wire wheels, absolutely caked. The inside of the arches, just filthy. There's going to be a few sponges, I think, that will have to be discarded after cleaning, every single car here up. But look at that, lovely, potentially original. They do look in very good condition, so maybe retrimmed seats. It's probably a restored car, this one, at some point during its life. And this beautiful, almost very slightly metallic shade of mid-blue. Look at that though, that is just such a sight to behold. You will never see another AC Aceca like this. It's just brilliant. Gonna have to grab a few photos of this one for the Car Traction Instagram, cartraction_vids. Side pipes at the back, absolutely caked. Just great to see a car of this caliber being used and abused like this. Another very nicely prepared MGB GT makes its way off. There's another, this one, a Roadster with the factory racing hard top on it. But yeah, just wicked to see that AC Aceca with the mud absolutely just sprayed down the side. Another nice MG over there, and Volvo Amazon. You can see the lightweight construction of this particular Volvo Amazon. These are replacement fiberglass panels, obviously lightened up for rally racing. That would have been a cool one to see going around the skid pan. Missed that one. Lovely, almost work spec Austin Healey. That's very nice. I'll have to have a look at that. I believe it's the B18 or B20 Volvo 4-cylinder engine, twin carbs on that one. Very wide wheels and tyres on this one, and you can see the boot is also of fiberglass construction at the back. Very, very lightweight, just pops off. There's no hinges or anything. You can see they've just got these quick release hinges on most corners, I think, just so you can literally pop them off and get at whatever you want to get at in the engine. And there's a couple more Amazons over here and the 325 BMW, but yeah, it would have been great to see this awesome big Healey going round. This E30 BMW was very entertaining to watch. A German registered car, actually. Oh wow, that Radical so nearly had a huge crash there. Properly sideways snap over there. Wow. But so yeah, this is an E30 BMW. It's either a 325 or a 320. Look at the mud. That is crazy. I'm sure there's a lot of people wincing at this video today. It's unbadged at the back, so it could be like a 318 that's been later swapped with a 6-cylinder engine, but it's sort of 325i spec. Very cool car, really, and super reliable and very powerful and very sideways, as it turned out. Wow, if you look at the stickers on the side of this particular Mark II Jag, we see that it has been all over. You've got several times, well, 2010 Carrera Copacabana near Rio de Janeiro, 2 times Transamerica, Trial of Iceland, Scottish Trial, Blackpool, Torquay, Pekings of Paris. That has probably got 1 million miles on it. Now usually we'd leave, and just after we've had a look at this beautiful big Healey, we'll actually have probably an hour or so just spent around the circuit, simply just watching the Time Attack Sprint Series. I thought it was a general track day, but there's like a stop-start over there. It's a Javelin track day event that I didn't know existed, and then there's like timed laps and I think a couple of additional chicanes around the circuit. Exactly the sort of event I'd like to participate in as soon as possible, really, although there are some pretty serious cars here, you know, 700 plus brake horsepower Subarus, so maybe I'll have to wait until I have something with a little bit more grunt than that thing over there. But this is immaculate, isn't it? Wow. Obviously there's quite a good video on my channel about Andy's similar Austin Healey 3000. This is a Mark II, his was a Mark I. Very, very smart car, a lot cleaner than the other Healey participating, so we'll go and search for a good vantage spot, have our butties and watch a bit of the Sprint Championship, which will be different. See, the Fox is comparatively clean when compared to all these rally cars. It's winter, so winter roads means winter dirt always on your car, even though you're washing it all the time. Yeah, there's some proper weapons on track out there today. It was really good fun actually seeing the Rally of the Tests pass through the Oulton Park skid pad. Do let me know what car would be your choice to take to the various rally stages, such as today's tarmac skid pan. And I think that's pretty much it from this video. I have done similar events. The Tour of Cheshire, a similar rally, has also passed through here in some very nice historic rally cars, so make sure to check that one out on the channel homepage as well. But it's just a really fun day, absolutely free to come along and have a look, and also the added bonus of the track day. And yeah, that's pretty much it from me and the Fox Rally at Oulton Park. So thank you very, very much for watching, and goodbye.